Yup. Got two of them now, baby. Two of them. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Beginner Bike Giveaway series. Today is a special day, but we've got two brand new motorcycles ready to be given away. This is a 2019 Yamaha YZF-R3 with the refresh in the matte black, upside down forks, gold on there, looks amazing. We got over here a 2018 brand spanking new Suzuki SV650. I am so excited to be doing this. This is going to be so awesome. Wanted to introduce these bikes and get this started for you guys because I think it's going to be a really fun series. So let's get started and let's explain. So we've got both of these bikes going on right now. I just picked them up about a couple days ago, fresh from Ride Now up here in Austin. They both literally have like 5 or 6 miles on them because I drove them back home. And don't worry, the KTM is still here. I just don't have space in my garage to kind of put it in the side or whatever while I film these two bikes. We are giving away that bike, so stay tuned for that. I got a couple updates for you at the end of this video about the KTM. But I did want to shout out that we have a special offer going on right now. If you sign up to win either one of these bikes through our Patreon link down below, I will double your entry counts for the first episode whenever they go live starting in July. So July 4th is going to be the first official episode for both of these bikes, and if you want the best chance to win, that's going to be the way to do it, honestly. If you sign up before July 4th, I will double your entry counts for the first episode. So let's take a look at these bikes, shall we? So we'll do this a bit informally since I don't really have a lot of space in the garage. And if I put the KTM back in here, it's going to be a whole mess, and trying to get everything in here is a bit gnarly. But look at this pretty boy here. This is a 2019 Yamaha YZF-R3, the fresh redesign with the gold forks, upside down, slightly more aggressive ergonomics, and just wow, guys, this bike looks so good in person, I gotta say. I'd seen the renderings of it. I was really excited about it back in October of last year when they announced it, but seeing it in person gives it just a whole different angle to it. I mean, the matte black finish is so cool. This bike is such a looker. Driving it back home, I got plenty of double takes at it because it just looks like a completely badass sport bike, especially with this front ram air intake. However, if discerning eyes take a look, it doesn't actually lead to the airbox. As you can see, my fingers pop out right there. So it is just for looks, but that's not a bad thing in my opinion. I think that looks are really important and people are really into the looks of motorcycles. Again, guys, this bike is brand spanking new. Here, we'll flip the key for you so you can take a look. Love this dash redesign here on the Yamaha YZF-R3. It's got all of 15 miles on it, and you know, I'm gonna try my best to not put too many miles on these bikes. I've heard some complaints from you guys saying that I've been putting on a lot of miles on the KTM, and that is true. I put about 600 miles on the KTM, and that's not really a new bike, is it? It's lightly used, but we're gonna keep these extremely low mileage for you guys so you get a chance to win them nice and fresh. But I love this new dash that the R3 has. I also really love how they included this kind of R1-esque handlebar situation right here. The triple tree now looks more like the R1. Right here as well, they've got these little grills in here, and you can see some internals or whatever. This piece right here is all kind of plasticky, so kind of proper sport bike look. Yamaha's kind of doing that nowadays, especially the FZ07. One thing they aren't changing though are these. Yamaha, why? In the year of our Lord, 2019, dude, you're doing this kind of stuff. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So, 2019 Yamaha R3, looking fresh as can be. Sign up on Patreon and get started when this bike looks so good. Now, let's flip over to our other bike. So of course we've got this Suzuki SV650. You guys already know that I'm a big fan of the SV650. Competes directly with the FZ07 in terms of power output, ergonomics, and just general look and feel of the motorcycle. What I really love about this bike is of course its engine configuration. This is one of the few sort of sporty upright motorcycles you can get with a V-twin that isn't going to absolutely rip your arms off with torque and power. Plenty of torque from this bad boy, 643 cc's, I think, of V-twin power found in the Suzuki, in this classic Suzuki blue. Had to go with this color scheme because I think that Suzukis look best in blue. This is my first Suzuki that I've owned, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with it so far. Fit and finish is pretty high quality, but the fit and finish on this little R3 is actually really amazing. Can you guys tell my bias on the R3 because I used to own one? So yeah, super stoked on the SV650. Again, this is a bike I think that is an absolute S-tier beginner bike. Super fun motorcycle. I've been riding it around a little bit. Not too much though, I don't want to put miles on it, but I'll show you guys here. So you see here, brand spanking new. There we go. That gives us the range, and as you can see there, 17 miles on him. So as you can tell, I pretty much did the same route with the R3 and the Suzuki SV650. Pretty good dash layout on the Suzuki, but I gotta say I do prefer the R3s. A lot of folks don't love this generation of SV650. I think they're great, honestly. I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with the SV650. It's a fantastic motorcycle and is just an absolute blast for anybody who's looking to get it. Super fun bike. Another thing you gotta love about Nakeds is all this accessibility right here. Oil filter right there, drain plug right over there. It's all right there, ready for you to access it. You guys already know we're gonna be putting a pipe on this thing, unleash some of that V-twin power, uncork this bad boy. What do you guys think? How does it look? You like the way it looks? It looks pretty good. So we got the 2019 Yamaha YZF-R3, brand spanking new. 16 miles on it, 15 miles on it, something like that. And we got the 2018 Suzuki SV650, 16 miles on it, brand spanking new for you guys. Hit up Patreon down below to get started. Again, if you sign up before July 4th, I will double your entry counts for the first episode, which is a pretty sweet deal. You'll get access to our Patreon, get included on there, all that good stuff. Go and check that out. But now, let's get a quick update on the KTM RC390 as it is ready to go for the new winner, which we have not decided yet. The winner will be announced on July 11th, so 2 weeks from now. But we've got the final mods on there right now. We'll take a look at it. It's looking fresh as can be. And of course, we've got our KTM RC390 right here. This bike is just about ready to give away. We just put on the new windscreen on it. The old one had a bit of a scratch on it from the dealership in Adventure Moto up in Dallas. McKinney rather. Never got back to me, never fixed this, so we just went and replaced it ourselves. Not a big deal, but bad customer service at Adventure Moto. Not a fan. We also went through and put on brand new tires on this bike. I felt bad that we had 600 miles on the old tires, and so we went through and put on brand new Bridgestone S20 Evos on this tire. A tire I think is pretty much one of the best for these smaller bikes. We went up a size in the rear. We got 150s now instead of 140s. Front is still the same, but I think this bike is looking pretty good, man. I was looking at this bike from the rear, got the tail tidy, the crash protection, bit of the windscreen action, the tank grips. It's awesome. This thing rips. I think whoever wins this thing is gonna be really stoked. So unfortunately, entry for the KTM has shut. You cannot enter to win this bike anymore, sad day, but you can get started and win those other bikes, which is pretty cool. But let's take a look at the KTM before we ship it out on July 11th. So as you can see, the windscreen really gave it a really aggressive kind of look. I like the black tint on it, makes it look really nice and kind of cleans it up. It did away with the big clear stuff right over here. I think it looks better like this, honestly. And these new, never even freshly scrubbed in Bridgestone S20s are looking pretty sharp. This is a really good tire. Really great for light track day work and some fun sporty riding on weekends. Of course, we got the crash protection all set up. We've got our Leo Vince exhaust system looking sharp. Good looking exhaust on there. A lot of you guys are asking me about if this is installed upside down or not, this crash protection right here. It's actually not, guys. That's so that when the bike falls over, this part would fall first rather than anything else. So you don't have to worry about that bottom bit right there. Also, the T-Rex crash protection up here would help that out anyway. So it actually is meant to go on there. As you can see, all the bolts fit up properly. So please stop commenting and saying that it's installed incorrectly, because it's not. We got the little tail tidy set up on there as well. Comfort seat. This is a great looking motorcycle, and I think whoever wins this thing is going to be really, really pleased as Peach, honestly. It looks pretty dang good. Pretty good. So, a bit of a sad day that the KTM is going. I really enjoyed having it here in the garage, here in my garage with knowledge about bikes, except I don't have any knowledge about bikes. But yeah, let's get a quick startup of our new motorcycle so you guys get a feel for it. We'll go and start them up here a little bit, how they sound when they rev up. They're totally stock, and I'm not gonna rev the nuts right off of them because they are still being broken in, so it's not really good to do that. But let's get a sound check for the Yamaha R3 first. So guys, I'm really excited about having both of these bikes in the garage. Really stoked. We're gonna be putting exhausts on them, tank grips, because you know we gotta have tank grips. Some other goodies, other things we can think of. Definitely gonna do something about these bulbs on the R3. These are super fun bikes no matter what kind of motorcyclist you are. I think the R3 is a fantastic platform. Of course, I used to own one. SV650, basically like Suzuki's answer to the FC07. In the short time I rode it, I already really like it. Plenty of poke, plenty of power. I'm gonna be doing detailed comparison videos, detailed reviews, all kinds of good stuff, super fun content. So remember, hit the link below, get 2x entries before July 4th for our first episode, which is a pretty good deal. Support the series. It's going to be super fun. These bikes are, I think, some of the most requested bikes I've ever gotten. I get comments about R3s all the time, SV650s all the time, so I'm really stoked to be doing both of these bikes. I think it's going to get tons and tons of interest, so I'm really excited to do it. One question that I did get quite a bit was if the bikes, whenever they're given to the winners, would be free and clear. And yes, the bikes will be given to you free and clear. The only thing you need to pay for is registration, taxes, that sort of thing. But otherwise, the title goes straight to you. So you don't have to take over ownership in terms of payments or anything like that. The bike is free and clear, all yours. So that's a pretty good deal for you, the lucky winner, because probably you're watching this right now, which is pretty crazy to think someone watching this right now is going to win. Thanks again for watching. Tune in next time. Next week we're going to start, diving into these bikes and doing some fun stuff with them. The KTM is going to be shipped off here pretty soon. I think that's all the updates I had for you guys. So, oh yeah, by the way, one more thing. I actually bought another motorcycle. If you want to find out what that is, go to my Instagram. I'll be revealing it on Saturday, but I finally bought a personal bike for myself. It's actually right outside right now, but I can't show you guys in this video. That's for Sunday's upload. So, stick around on Sunday, check out what bike I bought, check out my Patreon, subscribe to my channel. That's it. See you guys next time. Bye. See you later. That's what I normally say, right? Something like that? Okay, bye.